What's up? Friday, January 24th. Pick Central brought to you by Gametime. Playoffs are here, and there's no better time to get out to some games with the help of Gametime, the official ticketing partner of Barstool Sports. You know how much we love Gametime. Now with their brand new Gametime Picks feature, they're making it even easier to get to a game. Gametime Picks filters out the fluff to show you only incredible deals on great seats, so you don't have to waste your time searching through thousands of tickets. NFL playoffs are in full swing. We've got some great matchups for fans to go see live and in person. I was actually looking at hockey. It's been a while since we plugged hockey on this show. Flyers at Isles. You want to be a maniac like Frankie Braley? $35 to get into the UBS Arena, which is very nice.
They have great deals right now for Islanders tickets for anyone on the island or in the area. Like, I saw some games in March and in February, like $6-7.
Yeah, Island hockey game's great.
Actually, a great arena to go to.
It is.
Yeah.
UBS is pretty good. I think UBS should start getting in the mix with standalone college basketball games as well.
Okay.
Or
So
double
Monster
headers.
Trucks is going there. Monster Jam.
Yep. And I saw an amazing Gametime Picks deal for great seats, only at $35. Just pull up your chosen event and turn on the GT Picks setting at the top of the screen, or browse the best local Gametime Picks deals near you on your Gametime app homepage. What are you waiting for? I'm going to buy those Islanders tickets now with Gametime Picks. Take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Gametime. Download the Gametime app, create an account, and use code PICKS for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account and redeem code PICKS for $20 off. Download the Gametime app today. What time is it? Gametime. All right, Marty, you have a question for Dukes to open the show?
Yes, I have a question for Dukes because Dukes got beat up by a homeless guy yesterday.
Nice.
Oh no!
So I'd like to hear
Sorry
the
to hear that,
story
dude.
of what
What happened?
happened.
So it's pretty anticlimactic when you put it like that. But like on the surface level, you'd think, oh my God. But I'm walking to like my gym, Lifetime, which is right at Penn Station, humble brag. And
I was gonna say, that's
this-
a nice gym, though.
yeah, it is. And
Good
but
shoe.
there's a 62-year-old dad with his family getting out of like the New Jersey Transit or Long Island Railroad
62.
in
Very
his fucking
sick.
Mark
Okay.
Messier jersey, and you just like this guy that was like on like clearly something, like was trailing this dad. So I'm kind of keeping my eye out,
Yeah.
like out of the
Nice.
corner.
As you should in New York.
Yeah, and I'm trying to like
As cold as it is, I don't think you should ever walk
monitor
with your
the
hands
situation
because
it's like that could be my dad, and I see he's with like all girls. This guy gets up, shoves his dad from the back, and I'm like, whew. And I'm like ready to like step in for this dad. No. This dad squares up. Goes, you really want to fucking throw right now? You want to fucking? And I'm like, oh my God. I was like,
He was a hockey guy.
I was like,
He's looking for a phone.
yeah, in a Mark Messier jersey that he bought clearly like 30 years ago. Then this homeless guy, the dad squares up, bang, punches this guy in the face. I'm like, whoa! I'm like, I thought I would get in the middle of this. This is fucking wild. Next thing you know, the homeless guy throws the slowest punch of all time.
of course.
Goes, nails me. I'm like, ah.
You?
Yeah.
Why were you standing so close?
Because again, I was getting ready to monitor the
Alright,
situation because I was like,
Yeah,
I didn't
how
know-
close? You were really close.
But once the guy hits him, you're like, this is
I'm
taken
out.
care
Dude,
of.
I'm
you
going
see,
home.
you see this dad throw this punch, you're like, wait, dude, why aren't you fucking fighting at MSG on Saturday? Like, this guy had a haymaker. This homeless guy punches me, and then I was
Was
like,
he trying to hit the dad or trying to hit you?
yes, he was trying to hit
He
the
just
dad.
missed horribly?
Missed horribly. And then after that, I was like, next time punch me in the fucking face, it would be a better story. Like, and then got some chuckles.
All right.
So
there you go.
I'm gonna tell you
Daughter
this.
got involved. The daughter was like, "You fucking asshole! My dad's gonna kick your ass." I was like, "Oh my God, this fucking family."
Dukes is gonna die at a really old age. I'm gonna tell you that.
All right. Good.
So it's gonna be old, but he's gonna die in some accident, not like an accident, like a car accident, something like really random like that, like maybe like a
I think
drive-by
about
that bounced off 6 different things and something. Hits
You think he'll be very old?
very old.
I always think that I'll go out. This is.
I think he's going to get abducted by aliens.
I wish.
That'd be sick.
I wish I'd come back.
He already has.
Never mind.
There
I
he
didn't
is,
want to tell my story.
Joey Gallo. Joey Gallo swing and a miss.
I always envisioned myself as dying, like someone's about to get hit by a car, like someone that I push them out of the way.
Oh.
A hero.
That's how I always go down.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen.
You don't think so?
No.
Maybe you have an aneurysm taking a shit or
You're
something.
gonna be really close to those situations. It's never gonna happen though.
I'll probably die of like colon cancer, something like
No, I'm telling you, it's gonna be something really just like maybe like an icicle.
Oh,
Bicycle falls down, hits
Right
you
to
in the
the
throat.
eye.
quick. It's painless.
Have you ever thought about how you want to go?
Someone throws a chair off a skyscraper.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I have. Of course. Yeah. I want to give my family time. I don't want to be like sick for a long time, like my dad was. So it's like I don't know. So I want something like.
Yeah, I want to be the oldest person to live, and also just be the most annoying person when I'm old. Old.
I mean, once you're old, then like there's no real surprise anymore. I guess, right? Like once
Yeah.
you're 90 plus, it's not like, oh shit, he died.
Yeah. Speaking
old
of
now?
old now, I think is 75.
Really?
Well, the average lifespan is what, like 80 or 83 or something.
Really? It's that much?
I think, maybe it's a little less.
Once my parents turned 60, I'm like, damn,
Maybe a
they're
little
not
less
that
we
old.
go. I thought it went
I
down.
always thought like 60 was old, but then my parents are 60. I'm like, they're completely fine.
Yeah, I don't think 60's old anymore.
No, 60
My dad's turning
no.
70. He's getting up there.
That's getting up there.
70 is up there, but not old.
We
Right.
said like he's thinking about having a birthday party. My dad's like he's a partier. He's a drinker. He loves to have a good time. Mr. McDougal's the best.
Would have never
But-
guessed that.
But yeah, you wouldn't. But oh yeah. But
How much older are your sisters than you?
my sister's
What are you
31,
now? What are you now? 25?
26.
Oh, okay.
So my dad was engaged and then got engaged to my mom when he was 35. So he got married when he was 36.
Okay.
But anyways, he
Sorry, how old are your sisters?
31, 30.
Also, not that older.
No.
Okay.
But point being is we were talking about like birthday parties. Like I think the 70th birthday party, like that's your last like I can have fun.
Yes.
Like I can
Yeah.
move around.
Yeah,
Like,
80s, he's
we were
75
joking like
maybe,
80,
though, depending
80
on
where
their
it's like he's gonna be in bed at like
Yeah,
like
it's like,
10.
well, just don't even fucking
We're just
throw
gonna
me
like
one.
it's all gonna be us just like saying his fucking obituary in front of him. We're like, this is the last time you get thrown out.
Yeah, no, 70, you're still like, he's still going, he's still active.
50's like I think 50's like your second act of life.
50s.
Oh yeah.
That's a great birthday.
Dude, it's getting.
How old are you?
It's getting
45.
close.
Yeah, so
It's getting close, but I used to
50 's
think 40 was fucking.
Oh, I did too.
As
When
a
you're a
little
kid,
kid walking
yeah.
around Party City, R.I.P. Party City, by the way.
Yeah.
Done?
Party's
Done.
done. What?
Damn.
That was a
Done.
staple.
Yep.
You needed something, fucking Halloween
Gone.
costumes,
All
parties,
across the country, Party City gone.
That's
balloons
sad.
for fucking parties, done.
Where do
bro.
you
It's
go
like,
now?
I don't know. I really don't.
Where do you get costumes?
I don't. The stupid
Spirit
pop-ups.
Halloween.
The stupid pop-ups.
Oh, they come.
Are you 40, Clemmer?
45.
Was 40 a good birthday?
Yeah.
I feel like 40 is a good birthday because like it's like when
I'll tell you
not
what.
in your situation, but the kids are like a little older. Like you're not dealing with that like
I-
middle.
You
of the
feel
night.
good. It's fun. Like so, my 40th birthday, we went to Sopranos Con. My wife and I, we went to. We were in New Hampshire. We went to New Jersey for Sopranos Con. I love Sopranos. It was the best. It was the best birthday gift I could
It's
have.
the oldest thing you could possibly do for your 40th birthday.
Why is that old?
That could be like the oldest. Feels
It was so
old.
much fun, man. I got
Well,
to.
it's the oldest thing because you go to you're 40, right? And
Yeah,
you
yeah.
go to the Sopranos con, and they're all fucking about to die.
Oh no! Here's how bad it was. Paulie
Paulie
Walnuts.
Walnuts was old in the show.
No, Paulie Walnuts had to leave Sopranos Con because he was so sick.
Yes.
He was signing autographs. He could only do it for like 20 minutes. They had to wheel him out.
I hate seeing
I might try
Christopher
to top
Moltisanti.
Clemmer
Passed
for
away.
the nerdiest 40th birthday
It's not
party.
that nerdy.
I might rent a gym, have all my friends come and get as many coaches as I can to do a clinic.
That's so much worse than anything
the
I've ever
saddest
done.
thing I've ever heard in my life.
As a party favor, you give everybody a yellow notepad.
Who's
to
the
take
clinic
notes.
for? For your friends?
I'm saying, what would top the nerdiest birthday party?
For the St. Pete's coach, it's gonna be like Nate Oates is here.
That's.
Oh yeah, you're gonna invite Nate Oates to your 40th?
I would invite. I don't expect him to come.
I'll be honest.
Who would go?
I don't know. It's not. I'm not a lot of local guy. I think the only local guy
Oh,
might be
too bad you're not
Grasso.
in St. John's.
There's one guy that could get the party going.
All right, I'll be there no matter what.
Has anyone caught more fucking strays than that guy?
No, but I will say my 30th was fantastic. Like I know people get scared of their 30th because it's like I'm happy. Like there's some people that aren't. I'm happy about getting older. I never thought I would be.
You're not really. I say this 45 for some reason was a little like because you know
Well,
what
yeah,
happened.
that's-
Because I've started thinking I'm like 45 times 2 is 90, right? I'm not gonna probably live that long. If I do, I'm gonna be it's like that's when it's like, oh shit, I'm like I'm more than halfway done.
Yeah.
That kind of sucks.
I'm 15 years younger than you, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, so you're not, to me, like, you know, I haven't really, 30 was fine, 40 was fine, 45 was a little bit like, oh, man.
I find it weird watching college kids nowadays.
I don't understand why.
Me?
No, I don't understand why anyone like. It's still like I get like it is in hindsight weird when you're like yelling at an 18-year-old, but it's like it's sports, you know.
So
like
it's for me. I think they're just.
you're
is that
also
weird.
yelling at a 19-year-old in the NBA.
I don't think it's weird for you at like 30, but like I think I'm in that weird in between where like I'm just far enough disconnected from college now, especially
Okay.
with the 5th year shit, that it's like wow, I have no connection to anybody in college.
Is it
right
weird when you're older than everyone in the NFL?
I'm older than everyone in every sport.
I know.
And that's
Does
very.
that get weird?
That is
'Cause
weird.
That's where I'm.
So
now?
here's
You
what-
must have loved Tom Brady.
Oh, he was the last. He's
gotta
the
keep
last
playing.
one. So here's the thing that I get a little weird with college sports when I'm watching it is I'm like, all right, I'm rooting for these guys, and then they show the stands, and it's these kids, college kids that care a lot because they're in school. I'm like, I always feel like I'm I don't belong. I don't deserve to be rooting. You know what I mean?
See, no, I get what you mean. Yeah, but
This
when
is
they,
their time, not
when
mine.
they turn to some of the, I'm like, I fucking hate these kids, and that's where it gets me excited.
Really? Oh,
Not my
I
own
look at them
team.
like
Not my own
They're
team.
kids. They're just like young kids.
I know,
Hang
fuck
on.
them. That's the
Yeah.
best part of it. They're rooting for another team.
I don't know. I couldn't say like I couldn't hate like a random like 18-year-old kid.
If he's
Oh,
playing,
I
if
do.
he's playing a basketball game, yeah, I,
No, I mean in the stands.
oh, I hate them.
I
It's whatever.
hate like 8-year-olds.
Because they're being obnoxious. But how about if you just if you see a picture of an 8-year-old, just hate them?
I
don't. No.
I hate the kids above my
fucking hate
building
Baby
right now.
Gronk.
Well, yeah, because he's obnoxious. But if they just show
Because he's a
they just show
douchebag.
kids in the stands, they're not going to be like, why would you? You know what I
You
mean?
can't just have regular.
Speaking of old, though, I think it's a great hire by the Raiders.
Yeah, that was the first topic I had. We had
I
a couple
don't
of topics before we get
understand
into the games.
because I think it might have been Phil or no,
Wait,
but,
wait, wait.
no,
Is
it
it
was
official? He's being
Official,
hired.
yeah.
Yeah. 3-year
I
deal.
thought they were looking at
I think
it.
No,
Nate,
3-year deal
I
happened
think
this
Nate,
morning.
I
Jesus.
think Nate tweeted it, and he was like, "If I gave a 3-year deal, a 74-year-old, like I'd be mad or whatever." I'm like, for the Raiders' sake,
Yeah, but look at the country. I mean,
I think it's
how
a-
you feel. They're giving 4-year deals to 74-year-olds.
yeah,
In all seriousness, like
it doesn't matter. Yeah, like it doesn't matter really. Like I think for the Raiders' sake, you just took a guy in house that did not work at all,
Right.
and he never coached a head coach before. You're taking a guy that's he's been successful. The thing we don't know is the game passed him by. I don't think it has. You know,
He's only been out of coaching for a year.
that's what I'm saying. Where like I think it's a good hire for like I think if the Jets,
I would rather have had Pete Carroll than Aaron Glenn.
yes, 100% in my opinion.
Pete Carroll was already with the Jets, though.
I know, but there's this one year.
still
it was
rather
also
Carroll.
before Marty was born.
Yeah.
Like it was a million years. So it's one season. Like
I'd rather.
Carroll was only with them for one season.
1 year. And you know who they got rid of him? Rich Kotite.
Yeah, Kotite was a
What
bad
year was
hire.
that?
94?
What is
Yeah,
What was
so
his
I was
record in
born.
'94? Was he that bad?
They went. Where did they go? 6-10.
Are Rich Kotite and
going by memory here.
Adam Gase the only 2 offensive coaches the Jets have hired in the last like 30 years? Or am I missing someone in between?
No, that's Adam Gase.
But would
That's
you?
Adam
Oh, you
Gase
said
and
Adam Gase? I'm sorry. No.
Do you want like? I don't know. Sometimes it's just like let's go with a guy who has experience, and like I think Tom Brady was involved in this hiring and stuff.
Oh no! According to the reports, he was.
Yeah, so it's
Directly
like
involved.
it's just like you sometimes need a guy that's like you don't sometimes need a young guy that comes in and like is just new brain and everything, and like you need a guy that people respect already. I think for the Raiders though.
And I think there's something to be said too for like a winning guy that can come in and knows how to win and can build a winning culture.
Yes.
He's not going to be around long enough to see it continue. Obviously, he's 72, 74 years old, however fuck old he is. But
You're not even looking for that, honestly. You're looking for like we need to steer the ship right now.
You
Where
think
it's
Brady
like,
hired Carroll for a degree of like being able to fuck with him every time he sees him in the hallway? Like remind him about the Super
yeah,
Bowl?
probably a little bit. Like in his head, like I beat you every time. So listen,
Carroll's moving into his office with a box, and there's already a thing of the Super Bowl up there. Like a
Malcolm
picture.
Butler, huh?
Yeah, exactly.
so there's 2 head coaches left,
The Saints and the Cowboys.
and also Stephen Che.
How would the Cowboys?
What are you stupid? Come on, Stephen. Every coach doesn't like tell like if they're going to for a job interview. They're going to talk to their team. Like, I don't understand. And also, do you know if he really was ghosting them the entire time? They had to have known he was going there.
Yeah,
I don't believe any of that shit.
That whole story though is wild.
It's
where-
wild.
Where he doesn't go because Trent Baalke's GM. They fired Trent Baalke. He agrees with the Bucks. Then he goes back just because he hates Trent Baalke that much. Trent Baalke must be like the worst guy to be in a room with.
And honest, how many times does that happen? Where it's like one guy doesn't like you don't want to be part of a organization with somebody. He gets fired.
I don't know if I've ever
time
seen it
to
happen
go.
this quick. ever.
It must have fucking really hated him.
You must have hated him so much.
Yeah, but like it was also like I don't know, guys do this. I guess I'm numb to coaches like just leaving. Like it's they don't.
I would have more of an
care.
issue with it was a lateral move, but where you're getting a promotion to being a head coach, there's only 32 of them. I mean, at some point you got to be
And
all
how
right.
much more money?
Yeah, I
What do you
mean,
mean? Like probably like
it wasn't a
$30 million
lateral or
more?
below move. This was to rise up. Like
Yeah.
that's perfectly fine, I think.
I think it's
I
completely
think.
fine. Unless it's true where he like literally wasn't answering them at all.
I'm sure he was. I'm sure for those 7 hours when he's interviewing, he was probably ghosting them.
Yeah, because he's
I saw
also
one
trying
rumor.
to-
He said he was like with a sick kid or something. But like who
could have been, and then he left.
back in the real world when I had a real job, people would make up excuses and go on job interviews.
That's literally
Kind
everyone.
of how the world works.
But that is funny where it's like if it's in the real world, it doesn't matter because it's you. You know, it's
Yeah.
like you wanted 10 more grand at another place and you went because that's what a lot of people do.
Yes.
For $10,000.
Right.
Not for $30 million more because he was probably getting paid what $10 million.
It was like 15. It was 15 and it jumped up to like
60 or something.
yeah, like
Yeah.
60.
So it's like,
$45 million difference. And also a
Did
promotion.
Boston with the boys just leave? Yeah, because they got
more
more money, and they should. So like that's what you do when you get offered more money at a place, and in that case, it's better place.
It wasn't like he ghosted his employer for weeks. He ghosted him for one business day. All right,
Yeah.
relax. I don't know. To me, I completely get it. I don't know if it's the best hire. We'll see.
I get Stephen Shea being mad because it's his team, but like it's just like for the rest, it's like I don't know. It makes no. Obviously, he's going to do that.
What's the concern level for the Cowboys? Did you expect the Cowboys to go this late
I think
in the
Fired
process?
McCarthy too late. I feel like that
Well,
or whatever. Not fired. Whatever. Couldn't agree.
it is weird.
I
I
feel
thought
like people would be jumping.
I gotta be
go to the
honest.
Cowboys.
When the Cowboys, you don't want to be jumping when you have that owner that's gonna shine over you,
Control
every
everything.
time. But the thing is with the Cowboys, what I thought when the Bears asked McCarthy to interview and they said no, I was like, okay, so that means that they are gonna keep him. Then once they fired him, I thought they were gonna have their guy ready to go. I thought that was like we have our guy,
Yes.
and come in, and now you don't.
Right.
And now you have Kellen Moore, who I think is going to be the guy because he's still in the playoffs right now. So I think that's why they haven't hired somebody because I don't think it's going to be Dion. I think they would have hired him already.
No way.
But I think it's
just
going to
don't
be.
think you can do like. I think that's a leap for Deion. He's had 2 good seasons at Colorado. He was good at Jacksonville State. Jackson State. I
I don't know.
apologize.
That's what I'm saying. But it's also like it's Deion Sanders. You know, like it's not like it's like. I don't know. I get what you mean, but is
I think-
Kellen
I
Moore
think-
the guy? Like it would.
I think Marty's right. I mean, doesn't it seem like if you had a bet on it, wouldn't you say Kellen Moore is like the most likely choice?
yeah.
Yeah, and he was already the
Been in the
offensive-
NFL for a
He was
while.
also the offensive coordinator
Was in
there
Dallas
already.
before.
I
Yeah,
just didn't
Kellen
know.
Moore was with Dallas for a while.
I think-
It's a very
Were we
like
wrong?
non-needle moving like
Dukes?
hire.
Dude, were we wrong?
Probably.
Didn't we say like he had like a bad relationship with them or something, but he didn't? Kellen
the
Moore?
enemy?
Oh no, I thought we said Kellen Moore and the Cowboys.
Somebody said that. Somebody said it.
Probably you.
No. No, I think it might have been Ev.
Might have been. Yeah, I don't forget what it was.
I do think that like towards. I mean, obviously it makes sense. Like, anytime there's like a coach, like a coordinator leaving, especially like
Coordinator to go be a coordinator somewhere else. Too,
right, like he
not
got
like a head
fired. So
coach.
like I imagine there is bad blood.
he got fired.
Want me to look it up? Why else would he leave?
Brian Schottenheimer's not blowing you guys away with all these interviews he's getting.
Yeah, I saw that too.
Rex Ryan was. They were saying that he might be a coordinator with the Cowboys.
It's really weird. Like these coaches just stay in the circle. Like Schottenheimer's still fucking around. Like Rex, like
Because you
Rex
also-
Ryan's been out for a while. I shouldn't say that like he kept jobs, but like I don't know. It's very weird. Like
You do
it's-
want
well, not
people
weird,
with
but, like,
experience.
These guys just fucking stick around. Like look at listen. We love them in the college ranks, but do you know who still has a job somewhere?
How many new?
Bob Diaco.
How many-
The guy's been around for fucking 25
It's easier to
years,
hire a
it's
guy like
crazy.
that. You know?
How many people?
Yeah, it's
how many
like-
people have worked out as head coaches that right away that like didn't have any experience right before? I know you need to get hired to have experience, but like sometimes it's easier just to have a Pete Carroll than fucking Glenn, where you have no
Right.
idea how he's going to actually
Yeah.
be.
Yeah, I saw. Like Nate was saying, I was
Mutually agreed to part ways, by the way.
Mutually, got it.
Nate was saying I was being too negative about that, and he's like, I felt kind of similar about Dan Quinn. I'm like, Dan Quinn's been to a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Like we're getting another first-time coach. It's a completely different situation.
Dan Quinn's also like, yeah. Dan Quinn was always like, I feel like a good coach.
I
Yeah.
always thought he was.
I would have much rather had Dan Quinn than Aaron Glenn,
Don't you feel like the Jets
even
are
before this year.
are a franchise that can't afford to take a risk on a first-time coach as well?
Who?
The Jets. Like, they've been such a disaster. The coaching turnover has
I
been
agree
a
with that.
disaster
Yeah, I agree.
of the last couple of times. Like, maybe don't roll the dice on a first-year coach or first-time coach.
Again.
I think Woody Johnson's
because
just a fucking idiot. I mean, it's
The other thing is they
Clemmer
might-
can't even
yeah,
argue with
they
it. I
might
mean, he
not
agrees,
have
we're on the
gone-
same
I'm
side.
in,
Yeah.
I'm in lockstep.
The other thing is
I've been saying that.
I think Clemmer's
They might
actually
not
had a
have
pretty
got a
level
guy
head
with
about it.
experience. Nobody wanted to go there with experience. They might not have been able to get a guy with experience.
I did see a funny tweet, Clemmer, when they was talking about like it was like the Rooney Rule tweet with like the Jets. It was like since Rex Ryan got fired, the Jets have hired like one coach with autism case and like four coaches of color. And they were like, we should get fucking 3 first-round draft picks for this. 'Cause-
They just don't know what they want, dude. That's
Oh
just
no!
what it
Apparently, we
is.
know what we want. We want a first-time coach that's been a defensive coordinator. That's
Also,
all
we
ever
were
want.
kind of talking about the Lions' defense. Like, it is. You have to be honest. It is easier to have a good defense when you have the best offense
Of course it
in
is.
the league. And then I'm pretty sure 2 or 3 years ago, the Lions had like one of the worst defenses. I feel like we were just looked up stat. We actually looked up this stat before I came in here, but it's just funny where it's like these coaches get sexy from a really good team, and then it's like, is it them or was it their roster? You know, like it's hard to just become a head coach of a roster in disarray than be a defensive coordinator for a team that's already really fucking good.
Glenn's been the defensive coordinator for 4 years. And that first year, the defense was horrible. Now, in fairness to Aaron Glenn, though, that team wasn't very good.
Yeah, he just got there too.
He hadn't put his system in. I mean, like Aaron Glenn might be a very good coach. I have no idea.
No idea.
I'm disappointed to hire because I would have rather had someone's experience, like Rico's saying, like we can't afford to keep missing on this.
But I do think this year as well, you had a lot of good options out there, which is more disappointing. Where it's not like when you have a Ben Johnson and you have not even Ben Johnson, but like
I like Brian
like
Flores.
Vrabel. Like you have these.
Vrabel was amazing. I would have really liked
You do-
Flores.
I'm just
Flores
saying that
hasn't
there
got a
was-
job anywhere
Nope.
yet? That's interesting.
and then the Jaguars just hired the Bucks OC. So
Yeah.
there's no openings, right?
There's
No,
two.
Cowboys
and
and
Saints.
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 I wouldn't be surprised. They're not going to hire that guy, the Riz.
The Rizzler?
Yeah.
No, I guess he interviewed. I guess he interviewed with somebody else and gave a really good interview.
I thought he had did pretty good for the Saints interim.
Yeah, he did. He's a lot. He seems like a lot. I don't know if they're trying to make a bigger name hire. I don't know, but like we're saying, like who's left? I don't know.
Yeah, and Bill Belichick actually signed the contract now, so it's done.
Yeah,
That was weird.
He ain't flipping
A
over.
little bit. Like it wasn't completely signed yet.
Do you think Rodgers is the type of guy to also fuck the Jets with a late decision, like after the draft? I feel like he could be like,
Anything's on the
Yeah,
table with
I'm out.
him.
I'm out.
Yeah, I guess
Like that's the risk you're putting on with
Yeah,
that. You know, not that the Jets can take. What are they picking? 7?
Yeah,
Not that they can take a quarterback, but I also
we don't
feel
even
like
have a GM, Rico. So we don't.
The Jets may have a GM according to Josina Anderson.
what has she got?
What did she say? Who we got?
She is reporting that Darren Moogie is getting the Jets GM job. Darren Moogie is a Broncos assistant general manager. He's been with the organization since 2012.
Yeah, I mean he hit on Bo Nix. I don't know if that was his decision, but he hit on Bo Nix.
Since 2012.
I
He's
do
missed on a lot of guys.
I
too.
agree with you, Bosco. I do think GMs can't be graded after 1 year.
Darren Moogie.
What do you think's a fair
Am I pronouncing it
benchmark
right?
on when to be graded?
Mougey?
5.
Like, do you think that there's a Jets GM that should get some credit for hitting on Geno and Sam Darnold?
No.
That's a healthy
It
debate.
is. But the Jets GM, you could also argue that he has hit on some good players.
No, I'm just saying, like, I'm talking about, like, GMs that got, like, canned. Like,
No,
you think
no,
they could
I
go in
know.
nowadays? Was it Tannenbaum? Did Tannenbaum do Geno?
Tannenbaum was.
Maybe.
I think he was Gino.
You got to give him credit. This guy's sharp.
This guy Darren, I'm guessing it's Maugi or maybe it is Moogie. Scout for a long time with the only with the Broncos. Director of college scouting, player personnel, and then since 2022 been assistant GM.
Bro, I would literally, I'm not even kidding, I would just take anyone in the front office of the Chiefs. You been in any of the big meetings?
Really?
Give me them.
I feel like the Chiefs are because
That's
of
not a bad
Mahomes.
strategy. Like,
What do you mean, though?
I'd rather have a GM that has to be more crafty.
There is crafty. They got Pacheco in the 7th round.
Yeah.
Like, there is some guys that they've hit on
But
that are just...
Do you think Pacheco's just sorry to interrupt you. Do you think Pacheco's more talented because of what Mahomes can
Right.
do?
I
Or
don't know.
do you think he's that talented that he'd be good on any team?
I really don't know. That's always the hardest part of when they haven't been on other teams. But like, I get what you mean.
I also saw this that I'm interested to hear your guys' perspective on. Do you think that the Chiefs are closer to the Patriots or closer to the Cowboys dynasty?
Patriots.
So I think Cowboys, and that's not like a discompliment. I think just because they've
Chiefs have already won 3, correct?
Yeah.
no. I'm fair to say like better
3 and how
dynasty
many?
or whatever.
3 and 5 or 3 and 6? 3 and 5, or how many?
Six.
6 maybe.
3 and 6 years.
They've been to 4.
Yeah,
He's what? He's 3-1.
Won one. He lost to Brady.
Yep.
twice.
No,
Once
in
in
the Super Bowl, and then he's won 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
3.
He's already
Three.
exceeded the Cowboys.
No. My point being, I agree.
There was
I'm saying
another year
like
he lost
when you're
to
looking at
Burrow,
all-time
yeah,
dynasties,
3 and
I
6,
do
right?
put Chiefs
That's
too.
basically what the
I'm saying with the
Patriots did.
continuity that they've had
Steelers.
across the board.
You know, are the Steelers in there in the 70s? They go 1 and 4.
No, even you could throw the Steelers in there, sure. I'm saying about the continuity on like all fronts for the most part. Like their core has been like the same.
They win this year. It's like
It's very rare to see, and it's impressive
unbelievable.
too. Like that they like through their dynasty, it's been Kelsey, it's been Mahomes. The only really person that's changed is their wide receiver core, and then you have
their
like
wide
Chris
receiver core
Jones.
has only gotten worse.
What?
Their wide receiving core has only gotten worse.
No, I'm saying I
know you're giving
like,
credit. I'm just saying it's funny they've only gotten worse. Like this year, people forget like Rasheed Rice got hurt.
Like it's so funny, even like
I forgot
about that
and
for a
when
second.
I was watching the game, I was like, oh fuck, I forgot Rasheed Rice got hurt. It's crazy. And Hollywood Brown does nothing.
And then
I like him to score a touchdown this week. With that said,
All right.
I like the stock.
He almost scored the last.
buy low. Yeah, buy low.
I like to buy low. You want to buy low? Then what's also buy on Amari Cooper?
Yeah, that is low.
That's low.
low stock.
too low for me.
On the clearance rack right now.
I like.
But
the
yeah,
Bills.
I think wide receivers would be crazy not to want to go to Mahomes.
Bro,
With still
speaking
something in
of,
the tank, you know what I mean? Or
yeah,
like,
of course.
Is it his prime?
No, I always love your take on the rehab stint at the Chiefs.
yeah,
wide
go,
receiver.
go for a year and then
Yeah.
go somewhere else to get paid.
Like,
I think Mahomes is okay with that.
Who would
Who's
be
gonna
a
be the
good
next
one this
rehab
year?
stint?
Yeah, who would be a
There was the
good
Patriots,
one?
then there was the Chiefs.
But
Still,
who would
until
what would
further
be a
notice.
good receiver from this year goes to, because Hopkins is their rehab stint this year. Who is somebody that would be a good
Oh, you know who would have been a good one? It was a couple years ago. Your guy, Giants, big contract.
Galladay?
Yeah.
Galladay would have been great.
He would have been a great rehab.
Fantastic. Yeah, you're
The guy
right.
I like in the Panthers, the old guy. That used to play with the Minnesota.
Thielen?
Yeah.
He's kind of been
He's
good
just like-
though with Bryce Young.
I know, but I give him 1 year of Mahomes.
No,
Yeah,
he
that
was
makes
great.
sense.
Those little routes, he was great.
But you
He
need
just
someone
looks
that's
like a
like
chief,
really
too.
I know.
out. You need someone that's really out. Like literally, like
I think
Juju
Mahomes should
was
get-
out.
I think
Juju is out.
He's back on the team, but still.
I think Mahomes should get like a new challenge and try to bring a guy back like Torrey Holt. I'd be like
Like a guy's like 48
guy's
years
been
old.
out of the league
Where
for
the
7
guy
years.
just
Be like,
turns into-
watch this. I'll get him to score a touchdown at plus 1,200.
All right, Tim Brown, here we go.
Exactly. Yeah, it's like-
If Mahomes is really the goat, he'll pull Antonio Brown out of retirement.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. He might have. He's a nutbag. He might
Honestly-
have. He might have a couple.
Well,
good
the
games.
answer. I actually have the answer. The answer is Odell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the rehab
I mean,
guy.
I don't even think. I think he's already been rehabbed, and he can't get rehabbed.
I know,
think
but
that
like
might
that
be-
is the guy. But speaking of this game, what we're gonna start talking about, it's Bills. Did you guys see the stat of Josh Allen versus the Chiefs? Regular season, he's 4-1, 25 points per game, 296 offensive yards per game, 13 total touchdowns, 4 turnovers. Playoffs, he's 0-3, 28 points per game, so more points, 343 offensive yards per game, so almost 50 yards more per game. 9 touchdowns, 1 turnover on the playoffs.
That's gotta
He's
make
0-3.
That's gotta make it hurt even.
Yeah. like,
He's worse in the
That's gotta
regular
make it
season
hurt
against
even
them, and he's
more.
4-1, and better in the postseason. He's 0-3.
that tells me that he can't win no matter what he does.
It's almost like the
That's
Chiefs.
literally what I'm saying. I watched that. I actually watched the minute and 30, the minute 30 left in the fourth quarter. That's truly one of the craziest games of football
Crazy.
ever played.
Yes.
When I forgot of how much they went. Like I forgot that the Bills scored with a minute 30.
Yeah.
And to go up 3, and then all of a sudden the Tyreek Hill just took it like 80 yards the next play, and then the Bills scored again.
Yeah.
And then they got a field goal in 13 seconds. Like it was one of the craziest things ever. I
yeah.
cannot fucking wait for this game. I'm gonna be honest. I'm excited for the Eagles Commanders. I'm like, it's like I haven't been this excited for a football game in a long time. And I was excited Bills Ravens, but this I'm way more excited.
I'm way more excited, and this to me is the Super Bowl.
1,000%.
I think Philly can hang with teams.
They definitely
It's
can.
not entirely like it reminds me of I guess before your time, but like when it was Niners Cowboys in the '90s, and then the winner was going to play the Bills or some shitty AFC team. But the real Super Bowl was the NFC Championship.
Yeah, but I still think the Eagles are like not somebody to look like. You just can't throw your cleats on the field and fucking.
No, you can't.
No,
I think the Eagles are going to put up a fight.
I'm not trying to be. I think the Eagles.
Saquon's going to get going.
I think the Eagles are legit.
But
I'm
yeah,
not trying to be. But I just think so highly of these two AFC teams.
If you ask me who's going to be the champion, I think it's the winner of this game. That's
What's
fair.
the Dukes? Can you look up the colors of the Super Bowl for me, please?
They're all the same. They're all the same. It is red and yellow.
It's red and yellow.
Yeah, it's like a theory out there.
I know it's always a theory. Your mic's not on, but
Yeah, you clicked the wrong button, dudes.
He loves telling. He loves telling someone they're wrong. Loves it.
That's gotta
Well,
make
I
you kill
want
someone.
his voice to be heard.
But you love saying you clicked the wrong button.
yeah.
Because he did.
You don't understand what I'm saying, Phil. That's fine.
Yes, I do. He clicked the wrong button.
But you could have just said he clicked the right one or helped him with the right one as opposed to
Because
saying you did
I
something
did it
wrong.
the right one.
He's the worst.
God damn it.
All right, so Kansas
It's
City
red
is
and yellow.
Red and yellow.
Red and
Kansas
yellow.
City.
So that shows you it's going to be basically the Chiefs and the Commanders.
Probably.
No,
it's
no,
red
no.
and green. It's red and green. Duke's just pulling it up right now.
Red and green. So it's going to
Stupid.
be
Meanwhile, the year before it didn't even matter.
Oh yeah, remember purple and
They had
red?
to like tie what? Didn't they tie it to somebody else? Like
I don't know.
Taylor Swift or something like that? Or-
Sure, red and green, but that does look yellow to me.
That's green.
I hope you.
That just looks like a Chiefs. That just looks like it's almost like that's
It's a
the
Chiefs
logo
one.
the Chiefs would.
I hope
use.
the subway bug doesn't bite you on the way home, Phil.
All
I
right,
hope you get punched by another homeless
I mean,
guy
I could
again.
see it just being the Chiefs and Eagles again, and then they do a whole rematch thing,
Yeah.
and the Chiefs.
Yeah, I think that's what I have. I'm predicting that. I mean, I think that's pretty.
All right, Kansas City minus 1.5 going hosting Buffalo. Total 48.5. Money line Kansas City minus 125. Buffalo 105. I don't know
No
how you
idea.
bet. I don't know how you bet against Mahomes though. I really like.
Yeah.
But
I
keep.
Phil, are you gonna bet on the? Are you gonna bet on the Chiefs?
No, I'm just sticking. I'm not
Just
betting
not
this
betting
game.
it.
I'm just riding my
That's
future.
what I'm thinking about doing too. Our future, we both have 100 to win 16.
I think I have 16 to 1. You have 17 to 1.
Yeah, something like that. So it's like, why? Or do I just put $100 on the Chiefs and just get my money back? But
Yeah, that's not a bad.
I admit,
but like at this point, I don't. Why?
I mean,
Why?
Marty, when we placed the future, we knew this game was gonna
What's
happen.
happening? This is the
Yeah.
only game we needed to win.
It was like when you play.
And almost like
you're like you know it's gonna be Chiefs Bills.
losing, them beating them in the regular season, like it just like I think the Chiefs are just gonna beat them again now.
I like the Bills.
I don't know. I really don't know. I can't wait.
In my Barstool brain, Bills, Eagles mix.
Why?
I think when you look at like the part of my take factor, I think that Eagles will make the Super Bowl. The Commanders, I'm going with the Eagles in that one. I think they're better in all facets of the game. And like when we pointed to like the run game, I think Saquon's going to run wild.
Mm-hmm.
Bill's side of it, I just could see just like Dan and PFT riding with the Bills, Josh Allen, the guy that they have on their podcast, against Max, tormenting, and it's like,
You got to also factor in Dave would be in that mix as well.
yeah,
Yeah,
like
Dave's
it
on our
just
side.
Dave and Max, yeah.
that's the Barstool brain in me that's thinking of it logically.
Yeah, football
do-
brain.
Football brain,
Mahomes
like it's like how do you
wins.
bet against Patrick Mahomes? Again, I mean, Josh Allen has been doubted like all year long. I mean, you could even to an extent say the Chiefs, but I just think this is
This will be.
This is the year that I think he
biggest
gets it
game
done.
of his career, where it's like he's played. We know it is obviously to go to the Super Bowl, but like, no matter what, like Joe Burrow, right? He gets a lot of more credit because he did win that one game,
He has an AFC championship.
and no one like people almost like forget like he lost the Super Bowl. You know, I know people don't, but like that's what Lamar can't win the big one. He hasn't beaten any of them.
Yep.
Josh Allen has only beaten Lamar. He can't beat Patrick Mahomes. He beats this. It's like, okay, you could put him in a different conversation now. But it's, I don't know. I don't know how you
It's a
bet
little,
against.
yeah. It's a little to me. It's like a little reminiscent of when the Red Sox overcame the 3-0 thing to the Yankees. Everybody made that like, oh, the Red Sox go over the hump. The Red Sox go over, and it's like, hold on a second, we're still playing in the World Series.
Yeah.
You know, so Allen, yes, I do think the bigger story, weirdly, would be he beat Mahomes.
It's like miracle. Didn't they get bronze?
No, they got the gold, but that wasn't
they
the
didn't
gold
get
medal
it.
game.
Semi-final game.
They got gold? I
got
thought
gold.
they lost.
They
in
had
the
to
next
play.
one.
I think it was like Finland or something in the gold medal game. It wasn't Russia.
Yeah.
They won that game?
Yes.
They
you've
lost
seen
the
that-
championship.
I've seen that in a few different places in sports. Game 6 for the Mets did not clinch. They still had to win
yeah.
Game 7.
Correct.
But that was the story. Like that's the lead up. You know what I mean?
I have 2 plays for
It's
this
a good.
game.
That's a good debate. What's another one?
No, it's just
Game
more.
6, David Freese.
Yeah.
Yeah. Two plays I have.
Thank you.
Patrick Mahomes
When
over half
Duke,
an
here's another one.
interception.
Hold on, Phil.
Phil really wants to get his plays.
Here's another one.
We're waiting for Phil's plays.
Why are we doing Bill's bet right now?
I don't know. He decided he's going to interject this here.
Phil, your mic was on.
I thought he meant plays
I didn't
of
even say
like.
what I'm going to do in this game yet.
I thought it was meant-
Phil is
I thought he meant plays of like.
It's Pick
like
Central. I'm giving out picks.
When Duke beat
He's picking his favorite moments.
when Duke beat UNLV, I'm pretty positive it was in the Final Four, not the championship game.
Good one.
Same with Wisconsin. Wisconsin beat Kentucky, the
Not
undefeated team.
great one.
And who
Final
beat
Great
them
one.
after?
Duke beat them.
Duke
After.
beat them after.
Michigan State beating Duke, only to get to the Final Four.
Yeah, it's a little bit.
Is
of
that
a reach.
unnecessary?
Yeah, that was
They
unnecessary.
didn't end up doing anything. But
Dayton
yeah.
2020. They didn't even play.
Dayton beating Ohio State, only a first-round game.
Phil, what do you got?
Do I even have to give him out now?
Yeah, give it out.
Well, Patrick Mahomes over half an interception. I think he gets picked off by DeMar Hamlin in this game. It's a huge moment.
You're on Twitter too much. But keep
I
going.
mean, DeMar Hamlin had a huge play in the last game.
You should just take DeMar Hamlin and get an interception. Then it's much better
I
odds.
don't see it being offered.
No?
I would.
Yeah,
if
I don't think
could.
they'll offer. Like,
So I'll take
individual
Patrick
guys.
Mahomes.
I've seen that before.
Really?
Yeah.
Patrick Mahomes over half an interception, and I'm going to use a king of the end zone on this game. Amari Cooper was invisible last game. I think he's a guy that catches a bomb this
Invisible
game.
the whole playoffs.
Invisible since they traded
I think
for
he
him.
has 2 catches in the playoffs.
It's not being offered, Phil. I apologize.
I like Hollywood Brown to score a touchdown plus
Phil,
240.
I think the only problem is Phil because I'm with you because I keep betting him 40+ yards he gets none.
And he's even not on the field.
And he's just not on the field. That's my only issue with him because he also only got targeted once last week. Like it's not like he's on the field as a guy. It's not getting open. It's like he's just not on it.
His odds to score a touchdown are plus 600.
That's insane. And people are like screaming at me, being like Josh Allen has no weapons, and it's like he's like, well, we have Amari Cooper. The guy doesn't fucking play. And I don't understand why.
Mahomes to throw 2 TDs is minus 180.
The problem with some of these bets right
Allen's
now,
2 TDs is plus 117. Mahomes yards 250 is minus 130. Allen 225 is minus 132, I think.
Fuck,
like-
why isn't it available?
I like if you look at like Saquon,
Yeah.
I take his rushing yards like a minus like 150 for 100 yards. It's like it's so insane.
We should not overthink this game. You bet the Chiefs. Bet Chiefs money line. This is. I'm also taking Kelsey anytime touchdowns plus 120. Unless the Chiefs give you a reason to bet against them, you should not bet against them. It's literally that simple. Now, Marty, your situation is different. You have a future. I get
No,
it.
I'm not gonna say anything because I get it.
But like this to me is, I mean, and you know what? If the Bills win, you tip your hat and go, all right, Josh Allen, you are amazing. You're even better than amazing now. Congratulations.
twice this year too.
Awesome. You deserve it. All for sure. But I've been betting. Like I said, I've been taking a percentage of every winning bet I have on the Chiefs to win the AFC Championship and the Chiefs to win the Super Bowl. I've just been doing it for the last, month and a half now. I don't know. I'm all in the Chiefs until I see otherwise.
What do you think about the mindset Allen will have if it's because every one of these games has been close, correct? The playoff losses?
The first one was a blowout.
It was a
Since then,
blowout?
wasn't close.
All right, so 2 of the 3, I guess, have been close. But now if he goes 3 out of 4, if he loses another one close, like in his head, I think you're listening. Part of you is listening to all the media and the experts and like all the questions like, hey, he can't get over the hump with Mahomes. But the other side of his brain is like, bro, I've been there fucking this close 3 out of 4
And then
times.
also, it's almost like Lamar, like last week. Like Lamar did make some mistakes, but like the Ravens didn't lose because of Lamar. They're also in the game because of Lamar, you know. But when you look back on it, it's going to be, oh, Lamar can't win a big game, you know.
Yeah,
and
I
that's
think
kind of what
Allen-
Josh
yeah.
Allen's doing. Like Josh Allen played really well against the Chiefs last time. It's just that they just lost by a fucking
Right.
last second 13-second field goal.
And also, when you give your team
I'm
the lead
trying.
with 13 seconds left and don't get the ball back, it's like
Yeah, then he got fucked in overtime. Right?
Yeah.
didn't get the coin
overtime
toss.
rule. Yeah, he didn't
Yeah.
get the coin toss. Like
And
that's
Kelsey
gotta-
touchdown was a
Yeah.
touchdown too.
Yeah.
I was looking for it. I can't find it. I really want to take Carson Wentz to win Super Bowl MVP.
That's
It
crazy.
would be really funny. Also, wasn't Burrows Didn't
Do you think if he played one half, he could win it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If he
Second
lit it
half,
up.
if they
Yeah,
won.
if he lit it
Like
up.
how Tua's
It's not a bad pick.
what was it? Tua and
You
Jalen
kind,
Hurts?
do you kind of like? I think narrative-wise, that is the funniest, best outcome ever. Is if Mahomes won the Super Bowl, but Carson Wentz was the starting quarterback or played.
He has to break his leg though to get out.
No, let's say
He has to get like
I-
actually tackled.
No, let's say Mahomes get concussed, taken out of the game, not even his own choice. Carson Wentz comes in the second quarter of the Super Bowl. A tie game, say 7-7. They win 21-13.
No, you guys, it's all.
Who's your MVP?
Would you
we
take
talked
that
about
Super
this
Bowl away from
before.
Mahomes.
No,
No,
still gets it.
see, this is we're already going to debate over if it counts or not because it's going to be so split down the middle of like what people think. Like,
But also, you also have to realize, like, and I get.
do you give
what
Jalen
Julius
Hurts
is
credit for
saying.
winning the national championship?
No.
No,
But-
but you're going to give Mahomes the credit for winning the Super Bowl
He also
because he's
got them
Patrick
all the way
Mahomes.
there, but he also
so
got
did
them all the
Jalen
way there.
Hurts.
I don't know the Jalen Hurts
But
situation.
Mahomes is so it's
Bench
Tua.
these- bench these.
Tua came in the
Tua came in.
the second half and
They had
lit it up.
Hurts and Tua?
Yeah, Bama was a factor.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
And what was their
One
wide
of it was
receiver?
one, huh?
Their wide receiver that year was also insane, right?
Yeah, I lose track of their wide receiver
There's
room's
so
been
many.
At Bama?
crazy for the last.
Yeah,
like,
he was a 5-star.
Yeah.
I understand, but wasn't someone in the NFL like it was really good right now?
All three.
Who
Devontae, Henry
was
Ruggs.
Devontae that year?
Devontae caught the game-winning pass. He
Henry
was like a
Ruggs.
freshman.
Yeah.
Was Devontae Smith was the wide receiver that game? But
Calvin
Mahomes
Ridley,
is
maybe.
really fucking good at not putting himself to get hurt. And the refs also help that in
I'm
ways.
just saying, take a flyer on Carson Wentz to win Super Bowl MVP.
No, it's not crazy.
Not
It's
a bad
also
bet at
against
all.
the Eagles, which would be very funny, and we talked about that before the season
The
started.
narrative, like, it's all perfect.
Yeah, but I don't know, man.
For this game,
Last year at this time, we were like, if Mahomes does it again, he's the greatest, and then he did it, and we're back in the same position of where people still this year they basically lost one game, and they were still like, they're not that good,
right.
and and he's back.
Which,
where
thank God, because you're able to get Chiefs money line. Yeah, I got it at minus 114. It's minus 125 now. Like, don't bet the minus 1.5. Don't do that. Bet the money line because this game is gonna be close.
We
Definitely.
have DraftKings as offering Super Bowl touchdown scores. So, anything on that you want to take ahead of time?
Kelsey plus 300 is interesting. huh, Phil?
Pacheco 4-1's not bad.
Yeah, but I don't hate that at all.
But
No.
where's also Kareem Hunt plus
Jalen Hurts plus money to get touchdown.
Saquon's plus money right now. Like, if you know if the Eagles get there, he'd be like, what, like two?
I think.
Well, yeah, if
I think
hold
Hurts,
on,
Hurts
if
is
he
better than
doesn't-
Saquon.
Hold on. Saquon's a great bet because if he doesn't get there, it's voided.
No, it's not.
No, it's
No,
not.
it's not.
All bets action.
All bets
All bets action. Okay, all right.
Because
So,
he'll be
Boss,
minus.
right
That's
there
why
it
the
says,
odds- that's
it
why
says
the
all
odds
bets action, which
Got it.
means if you bet it, it's all bets
All right,
action.
I got it.
Yeah.
I got
But
it.
it is good to do it
Jalen
now.
Hurts. I think Jalen Hurts is more likely to get touchdown even than Saquon in a playoff situation.
I really like Kenneth Gainwell to score a touchdown.
Plus 1,100.
All right, there you go.
Can you bring that to house call for me?
Yeah. We'll make sure we tweet it
And
out.
then just make sure you say all bets action.
All bets action.
All bets action.
It's not a crazy assumption to think that.
I agree. Odds,
Yeah.
No, it's because
odds-wise,
all-
it would be crazy because
they're all plus
Saquon
money
would
and they
never
should
be
be
Yeah,
plus
they're
money.
all. It's a liability for them. So DraftKings did the right thing. Absolutely. Yeah. I
Undefeated.
think you can get it. I
Shout out
think.
to Rico for crediting DraftKings.
Let's go.
That's a new man right there.
DraftKings, man. Let's go.
They also
Crown is
they
his.
nailed the line on this game.
Yeah.
Do you think there's anybody? I
No,
tweeted
that's
this.
That's a minced statement.
No, I've tweeted this one. Do you think there's anybody in the world better at their jobs than the people that like odds makers?
Yes. Because they don't. That's not talked about when games are blown out, and no one talks about the spread.
But like the margin, like I bet you, like if you looked at how many times they nailed the game, like there's always going to be an outlier in
Gotta
statistics.
be honest. We could. We're pretty close at the spreads when it comes out.
No.
Think about that. We're pretty close.
I don't think so.
Okay,
Yeah, but
let's
the
do it
difference
right
between-
now. Let's
the
do it right
difference
now.
between-
What's the spread if it's the Chiefs and the Eagles?
I actually haven't seen these, so this is a good exercise.
I haven't either.
I would agree.
Chiefs and Eagles right now. I say Chiefs minus 2.5.
I would say. I think they would give you the full 3.
I think I'm with Clemmer. Chiefs 2.5.
I would say.
All right, so
I've
and if
not
it's
seen it. It's totally.
Bills, and if it's Bills, Eagles, I think it's Eagles minus 1.5.
No, I think it would be Bills
Bills-
-1.5, I'd say.
Bills -1. I say Bills minus
Bills
one.
-1.
All right, so that's our exercise. Is it out yet?
No.
No. No.
All right, Washington +6, Philly -6, total 47.5. Going down to the link, Washington +225, Philly -278, over 47.5. I am going to play the over.
I am going to take Washington +6.
Fly, Eagles, fly. It's a rookie quarterback that's playing out of his mind. I understand it's still a rookie quarterback to some extent. It's also that Washington defense doesn't do enough for me. I think the Eagles have more talent on both sides of the ball. This to me I think this game's going to be ugly. Like 17-point difference. I even took the Eagles. I'm sorry, let me find this bet here. I think it took the Eagles -13.5.
Wow.
That's
you
crazy.
You can get that at +267.
Okay. I mean, if he thinks it's a blowout, I don't hate it.
No, yeah, I'm going Commanders +6.5. I think that it's very scary playing a team with nothing to lose in the playoffs.
So
What's the narrative on?
They've won already.
Didn't Philly hate Sirianni? Well, don't they still hate
They
Sirianni?
always hate him. They both hate each other.
And now he's gonna get to a Super Bowl.
Yeah, they win a lot, but he's an asshole.
I want to push back on what you said earlier. You said Washington already won already.
They won already.
Kind of playing with house money, right?
Yes.
Yeah, 100%.
I think that can be a negative.
Oh, I don't
I
think
think
so.
you get popped in the mouth. You're down 10-0. You're like, you know what? I think you then kind of settle in a little bit. Like, well, it was a good year.
No, I don't think they have that, because I do think they have some like even Zach Ertz, right? Like I think he was in the Eagles. Like he has something to play for. You have veterans on that team that keep that locker room in check of different things like that. Like Austin Eckler is another guy who's a veteran who's like, I think they have a perfect mix of people that don't let it's like, good season. It's not like too young. Jaden Daniels like doesn't have emotions. So like
He's
I feel
incredible.
like he always is going to keep them.
And I will say this is I've been pretty good. I think I've been on the right side like 8-2 so far in the playoffs this year. I've been wrong on Washington. So I was wrong last week on them. So
I was too, and that's why I'm back onto them. Where it's like their offense is just really good, and the Rams, the way the Eagles have played hasn't been great in the playoffs. They really hasn't been.
no, I think
Like they keep letting teams stick around. Where like even the Packers played awful, and they were in that game. The Rams literally were on the 30-yard line with a minute left or 2 minutes left, or whatever it was, to win that game. But the Eagles have done its job. I'm looking at something.
If this game is a blowout like Clemmer is predicting, some great college hoops games on at the same time. We got Northwestern
All right,
at
Phil,
what are we
Illinois,
doing?
Wichita
what do we do? Phil,
State, Tulsa.
Phil, we're talking about the football game, man. What are we doing, man?
How are we doing
Get
that?
you
Why are you doing that?
sometimes.
I'm just saying.
Talk about the game.
I literally,
Great thing to change the channel to.
All right. Anyway, Dallas Goddard. I can't. Dallas Goddard anytime touchdown +300 in that game. I like the Eagles to have a pretty good. I know. What are we gonna do about this?
I mean,
No, that was the worst thing you've ever done on the show.
we were
I thought it was a good joke.
what?
I thought it got a smile out of Bosco.
No, it doesn't, because
We're having a conversation.
even I probably won't be watching college basketball during that
Would
time.
you? I don't know. You have multiple
my
TVs. So
God.
many TVs in that basement.
What's the
It's the worst thing he's ever done on the show. I think he interrupted the conversation like for this horrible joke.
and like you do have to like
I'm a meek guy. I'm a meek maniac.
He's an alien.
the Commanders also
What are you looking at now?
Meek
Joey
Phil.
Gallo.
yeah, that's Meek Phil. The Commanders only beat the Eagles and when it was Kenny Pickett playing as well by 3. So that's another point for Clemmer's side of like they beat them with 6 seconds left and Kenny Pickett was quarterback.
I'm really honestly the big reason is I just think the talent on the field with the Eagles is so much different than
It is,
the
and
field.
I'm telling you, you're right. Like I'm not like so
Also one
sold
game
on-
though. It's 60 minutes. Who knows? But-
Exactly.
All over the
What the
over.
thing is though, like Jalen Hurts has not looked like they haven't been like AJ Brown has like 3 catches.
Dude, Jalen Hurts has not looked like Jalen Hurts since the concussion.
I will
He
say
hasn't.
though, Saquon is so good. He can
So good.
beat them on by himself. Their defense is way better.
Yes.
But they are a little hurt though. But I don't know. It's just I'll tell you this: if they let the Commanders stick around, they're going to win.
I like Jalen Hurts to get a touchdown. It's -115. The Saquon money is just too heavy.
Yeah,
like,
it's like, dude,
the only thing I could see making sense maybe first touchdown is +350.
It's not even worth it.
I don't think so either because there's so many. And like Rico said, I'm with Rico too. I think there's going to be a scoring a lot of scoring. So what if Washington scores
What's
first?
A.J. Brown to score a touchdown.
Plus 155.
You can
That's
go
good
what
for
we
him, though.
We cooked up on.
No, I mean, but that just shows you.
He literally had 2 catches. It's
That's what I mean.
We cooked up on house call Hollywood Brown, A.J. Brown, Xavier Worthy plus 2,700 for the championship weekend.
Yeah, Xavier Worthy and Hollywood Brown's steep.
I know, especially like
27-1.
last game, he wasn't even looking at his receivers. I know it's a different matchup, it's a different game. I get it, but like I feel like the receivers, my poor guy DeAndre Hopkins, he got 1 target the whole game.
Yeah.
Hollywood Brown got 2, the whole
I
game.
love Xavier Worthy.
I feel like for whatever reason he's just completely ignoring he's only looking to tight ends.
Yeah. What's the weather going to be? Not snow,
It's a good
right?
question.
No, it doesn't matter. They're both playing.
Matters.
I like Dallas Goedert score a touchdown too,
Two.
plus 300.
I like Ertz to score a touchdown. I don't know what it is, but I like Ertz.
In Philly on Sunday, high at 39, low at 27, just
Oh, it's
cloudy.
beautiful out.
Yeah, not bad.
Yeah, not bad. It's perfect.
You have the odds of you have your DraftKings up still?
Yeah.
How cold is it
What's
going to be in
Ertz?
Kansas City?
First to get a touchdown.
Night.
I'm sorry. Let me see here. Zach Ertz. Ooh, plus 300, Marty.
I like that.
It's not bad, right?
Ertz, lower
He was looking his way at the end zone a couple times.
He's like
too.
also talking about how he's like this team has given him a new love for football and stuff, and this is the Eagles. I like Ertz.
Austin Eckler plus 270. He's getting a little spicy. I feel like they've been using him a lot lately.
They use him very, very good. Well,
All right, so the only play I like for the championship weekend is the over in Philly, Washington. What have you locked in Penn?
Me, I am locked in.
Chiefs.
A couple things here. So first off, I'm locked in Chiefs money line. I got it minus 115. I still like it minus 125. I'm also locked in Travis Kelce plus 120 anytime scorer. And then for the Eagles game, I have a couple things locked in. I locked it in early here. I got the Eagles minus 4.5. But I'm also on the Eagles minus 13.5. That's plus 267. Jalen Hurts anytime touchdowns minus 115, and then Dallas Goedert anytime touchdowns plus 300.
Yeah, I like that as well. I like Goddard and Hollywood Brown. That line moved. That was at 4.5 at one point.
Yeah, it opened at 4.5.
Interesting. What have you locked in terms of conference championship play?
I've locked in Commanders plus 6, and I'm just not betting. And Ertz to score. I haven't bet anything for the Bills one because I have the future, but I'll be putting out parlays because I was lights out in parlays last weekend. Won
Where?
$3,000. I don't know how. But I'm also taking Marquette minus 9.5 tonight.
I like Dayton minus the 5.5 tonight, Dukes.
Dayton.
At
I
home.
don't love that
Can't,
game.
St. Joe's.
can't describe how much I love it.
Okay.
I don't love that one.
It's a Friday night. Dayton's playing.
No, it's Rico. It's the right play.
I'm getting.
I don't
getting
really
the hole with
like-
my friend.
What?
I'm getting the hole with my friend.
Yeah, I think that what St. Joe's really good at, that their guard play is unbelievable, but I think our guard play is better than theirs.
St.
It's not
Joe's has
like
also lost 2 in a row.
Dayton has just found their mojo back. I think their best player, Knock Cheeks, went for 26 against Loyola Chicago, went for 20 plus against Duquesne. We changed our starting lineup. We have a 7'1" French guy that's now starting instead of Zed Key. Zed Key didn't even play yesterday. Our rotations are way better on the defensive end. It's the best defense that we played all year. I think that all our guards, just like even Malachi Smith, for our point guard, like not turning the ball over, which he was the number 1 person in the country at playmaking for the first half of the year, and assist to turnover ratio. I love Dayton in this
All
one.
right. What do you got tonight, Clemmer?
I said the football plays.
What's the football plays? Phil, what do you got? Probably something.
Just
fucking
football plays.
tennis or something
No,
ridiculous.
just football plays. There's only 3 NBA games on tonight, and I'm not really
I've been
that
watching
interested.
There's only 3 NBA games on tonight?
Yeah.
I've been watching for
What's fur?
tennis.
Oh, that's what they call it?
Fur?
No, I've been calling it that.
Sorry.
What the fuck are you talking about?
It's fur.
I also think that we eliminate their second chance opportunities.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, okay.
Thank you for
I mean,
coming
that's
back
huge.
to Dayton's.
Yeah.
I thought.
I wrote down points where I liked the game, and I just want to get that in.
Oh, I appreciate you coming back.
People are going to ask me, and I'm only going to give the Pick Central people my actual sound reasoning on why I think.
I like that.
All right. All right. Yak is up next. The
So
second,
St. Joe's by 15.
second to last football Friday of the season. We got
Back Monday with the actual Super Bowl matchup.
Can we keep going for like 30 more minutes?
No. I think Phil really took the air out of the
Yeah,
bed.
but that was awful.
Phil, that
the
was
worst
one
thing
of the
ever.
worst ones.
That's a good way to end it. Can we just talk about for 2 minutes how shitty Phil was?
Yeah.
That was crazy.
That was Joey Gallo all day. today.
Northwestern Illinois.
That's Pick Central. See you Monday.
Go Bills.